let's see here. Go ahead and hop on over to the video game. Hello. Hello, stream. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good one. I don't know why I've started dipping into this voice. Hey, how you doing today, stream? Hope everything is going swell for you. Anyways, this is... Hi! Hello, Claudia Silverstreet. I'm doing alright. Nothing really to complain about so far today. Had some lunch, had some tea, and I'm just ready to hang out with some Disco Elysium. If it will acknowledge that I have a controller. There we go. Okay. Sleepy Toad becomes the new channel mascot after the death of Baby Sonic. That's right, Pooch. It's time to start a new video game. I need to figure out what kind of guy I want to create here. Do I want him to be strong? So yeah, what kind of guy are we making up here? So truth be told about Disco Elysium, I played through like the first day or two of this game, and then the final cut got announced, so I basically decided like, well shit, I may as well just wait for that to come out and enjoy it with all the stuff they wanted to include, instead of trying to power through it. So I believe when I did this, I had like... What'd I have it in? I think I had like a 4 in Psyche, maybe a 5. My physique skills were shit. I know I did not put anything into that. I want to say it was probably like somewhere around here. It was like either there or I like maybe brought Motorix down and then Intellect up 1. Or I had both of these at 4 and these 2 at 2. But I like the idea of rocking a very weak cop. If I'm gonna be forced to play as a cop, I may as well play as one that is emotionally, like, intelligent. And not a weird chode. And how are you doing today, Pooch? I didn't ask when you popped in. So let's see. Empathy. Definitely want to dump into empathy. Not looking forward to going back to work tomorrow, but otherwise okay. I know that feeling. I certainly know how that tends to go. How is it that I set skills? Is it that I can just set 1 in each, or is it you only get like 1 skill and that is it? I think last time I did Encyclopedia. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Okay, yeah, it is. You only get 1. How about... Since physique is our weakest area, let's at least get a skill in physique. Maybe that'll help even things out a little bit. Go ahead and confirm that. And let us begin. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown.
There is nothing. Only warm, primordial blackness.
Sounds great.
Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Aw, awesome. Cool.
Never, ever.
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and vibe with it.
Devoid of struggle, no ex-wives are contained within it.
Oh, hold on. What was that about next?
Awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you.
I'm just imagining like some drunk guy on your couch
Lead to more awareness.
just had way too much to drink and he just starts spilling out like this kind of rhetoric, just like, "Mass lies." Greg, you need to go home. You are in a bad state, buddy. We're gonna call you an Uber. You're gonna be good.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I should probably wake up. I like pain.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
I mean, I do like the sauce.
You should ask what's out there first.
Tell me what's waiting for me. I don't care. I'm an idiot, a brave idiot.
Yeah.
That one.
You're one disco mother.
You're one disco motherfucker.
There's this giant ball there. An evil ape. And the evil apes are juking it out on the board.
I read duking as dunking at first.
It's basically
Life is all one big game of ball.
evil apes
Ball is life.
on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
So just a bunch of tiny apes. Bunch of tiny apes playing basketball.
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about.
Dying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere.
Gonna
Part of the
lean back my chair a little bit.
With you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face. Or you lose. Yeah,
That's sad.
and you drowned in that sadness a long time ago. You lost.
I lost.
Sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice Canela motor carriage.
Open them eyes. Time to wake up, sleepyhead. Ah, there's the man. This disheveled piece of human wreckage. You drowned in that sadness a long time ago when you brought that dashboard confessional CD. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. I bet it is. Need to find a way to turn that thing off. Hold tab to highlight. I am playing with a with a controller video game.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
And I need to attach that back to my neck.
As punishment, you feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together. in this strange world.
Yeah, we have a symbiotic relationship.
Let's come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Alright. Roll the
You
dice.
swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan?
You wanted.
Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow.
This game seemed interesting to me, but the male protagonist only thing kind of put me off. Yeah, it's... I think the other things that I'm aware of with this game, like,
Look at the tie.
have kind of helped me get past that, because I definitely totally get what you mean. I would much rather to prefer to, like,
Hear a jingle.
at least
Keys are clinking.
at least pick a gender or something like that, but I imagine it's probably somewhat important to the plot that's, you know, it's a male cop that you're playing as.
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Okay, so I got some keys. But yeah, knowing some of the like politics of the studio behind this, things of that nature, the interest outweighs the off-putness for me. Alright. Yeah, you like my little reel-to-reel tape machine? Still rolling, even on empty. Alright. Let me grab my jacket. Jacket, no shirt. Excuse me. Yeah, man, I got Hotel California on reel to reel. It fucks. There it is. That's what I'm looking for.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Let's check it out.
You slowly reach your hand towards the surface of
I wanna see my little boy.
Clearly, I've not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Nah, I don't care. Yeah! Look at that dude.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Dear Lord, help me, what is this?
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh, wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making it itself.
Stop. It's horrible.
No. Keep making the face.
Like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. Yeah.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Sure. Let's try to roll the
The
dice.
rest of you.
Ah.
It comes from a bad
Damn.
place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
For sure.
It's too late. Like an image on film.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and Bounce out of that then. Yes. Put my shirt on. Got my shirt, got my tie, got my jacket. I need some shoes. Oh god. What happened to my window? Wait, is it focused on it? Hello? Video game? There we go. That's what I was trying to press.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Let's see. Yeah, let's assess the damage.
Shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
I hate my shoe.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Heavy and larger
the
than a
shoe that's
fist.
on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, it's congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one.
You
If
know,
you're lucky,
that's just a Sunday.
the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Okay. I should go and get that shoe. Yeah, how do I... Left trigger. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Well, haha. Okay, that's it. Don't have a hat yet or anything, so it's just kind of what I got to deal with now. I'm gonna grab my shoe. Oh, my aching head. Let me out. There we go. I almost wonder if it'd be better to play this with just mouse and keyboard. It seems a little bit finicky with the controller. Hey, what's up? You want to see my terrifying smile, baby?
To her lips.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Why did you call
You're a
me?
police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
Unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Sounds about right for a cop. Spend all your time just drinking. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her. Physically. Or I should get going, huh?
Don't be
This.
so hard on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
No.
Retreat is not a winning tactic.
Could it be because of the drinking?
That checks out. It's probably the drinking. I'm definitely not gonna try to do the expression on you, though.
Be careful, officer.
No one deserves to have that smile pulled on them. That's for my eyes only. Only I get to see the smile.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
Later. I hope we can be friends. Yeah. So it's March of the year 51. Yeah, I should probably close my front door. Not just let a bunch of people march on in. What's on the table? I would like whatever is on the table, though. Yes. Give me that real. I can hear the tunes, like, lightly bumping in the background. And it's quite comforting. Alright, now to put. There's my chippy. There's my chippy. This theme is what the main thing that I remember now at this point from what little I played of the game.
Copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Yay.
Two baby crocodiles. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. Good,
Fair.
balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now.
Cool. What else do I got? Smell the sea makes you dizzy. I love the smell of the sea. It's been so long since I've been to a beach. God, I miss it. That's like the only thing that I miss about being on the West Coast anymore is, you know, being able to occasionally go see the ocean. I remember, like, one of the last things I did when I was out in California was, like, hang out with folks at the beach at night. I think it might have been, like, my first time really doing that, despite the fact that I was, like, 27. It seems weird that that was literally the first time I ever did that, but goddamn, it is a nice experience. Good way to make yourself feel very small, too. Like, when you just look out and to the ocean, like when it's just pitch black around and you just see fucking nothing. It's great. I love it. Alrighty. This is where the lyrics would be. Big ol' karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. Speakers connected to the radio, the music is seasoned with static.
Totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get.
Mm-hmm.
Your emotions need to be expressed.
Yes.
People need to know your vast oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
At this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard.
Hell yeah, it does in Lund Empire.
By other people. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy, get the people going.
No. Don't sing the happy song. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Okay. I'll get to work on that in Lund Empire. Wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts with a man's handwriting. Yep, don't mind if I take that. Water cooler. Oh, what's this? Someone is working in there. Okay. Yeah, can't get in that way. What's up with you, dude?
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Oh man. Oh, what am I gonna do about this? Something tells me you don't like me. Look at the stuffed bird. Are you the bartender? I mean, I know the thing to say to make him annoyed at me, but I'll say that one.
You're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with it?
Am I? Or did you want
Really?
to take the
Am I
bait
being
so
sarcastic?
and not trash my hostel room?
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things. Oh my god, I did all those things.
Actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Let's see. Look at the stuffed bird.
Of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird.
Yeah, what asshole? What asshole broke that bird, huh? Am I right?
This is the great skua, the seabird.
Whoever broke that bird must have been a jerk.
Of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
What happened to the bird?
Your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to
You
hear
mean-
you, concentrating on the bird instead.
No.
You
I'm
the
not
bartender?
bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
I don't know, dude. You look like a bartender.
Is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager. I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3.
Oh, okay.
Not me. I'm only standing in.
Well, where'd that silly go to?
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
Fine. Jesus, dude. I'll leave you be. I'm just trying to gather some info, you know? What's this? Bottle of rum has been knocked over. What's up with you? Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
Hold out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Nah, he's probably gonna need that when he wakes up. No need to make it worse for him.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach,
Me?
he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Shake his hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57.
Let's hear it for the boy.
You realize
Let's give that boy a hand.
this is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Sure.
Concentration makes you squint
Yes.
your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Oh man. It's not time yet, or I don't really know. Yeah,
Okay then.
let's just go ahead and be honest with him.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Oh, right, the excessive drinking. That was it. That's what I've been occupied with. You mean him, not towards the cafeteria manager? No, I haven't. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else.
If you don't
Yes,
mind,
I
we can
did.
talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
What
We
interviews?
like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
Oh, Kimmy, baby.
Okay, we'll have
You're
time.
dealing with a severely, incompetent cop here.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? I don't like dead bodies.
So did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree.
Yeah.
The first time
Yes, it is.
I detect weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the
That's a fair point, Pooch. I can't argue with that.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
How can you be so sure I'm from the
I was sent here
police?
to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate
Ah,
General
Kim.
handles internal affairs.
You're a good guy,
What
Kimmy.
he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes,
This thing?
they are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
Sure thing.
You mean you don't have a badge?
No. No, I don't.
My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
But I can't remember anything.
And the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse.
I'm not drunk. What? Don't you say that about
You
me.
need something.
I never drank a drink in my life.
But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Or, I'm sorry, what were we supposed
Then
to
we go out back and take the body down.
do? Okay. So... What if I told you I'm not a police officer?
There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down.
Okay.
To you, officer.
So we gotta go talk to this guy here. Come on. Yes, that's who I'm trying to talk
The
to.
man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the
Is he supposed to have a beard?
to the lieutenant.
Yeah, I guess he has like a little bit of a stubble on him, but that is... I wouldn't even qualify that as unimpressive. That's basically non-existent beard.
Mr. Guard, right?
That's...
You run this place.
That's... I forgot to shave before I came into work this morning beard.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The Harbinger of Ruin. It is I have come here to break your bird once more. What is golden orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor?
Kidding me?
Nah, man, help me out.
It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track. This name.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. Probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Cool. So we got
You
that.
said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes?
The many of 3 that I manage. Aren't you impressed by how much I
Yes,
manage?
know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Yeah, sure.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having.
Behind this
I'm
building
doing my
is
best,
water.
man.
They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want
Sweet.
to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
So we got that. Who killed the guy?
I'm not the
Also, I
police.
think I
That's
heard
your
my
job.
phone. Yeah, it's nothing. Did you kill him?
Crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
I'm just asking questions here, dude. Chill out.
Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her name.
Fair. I mean, if a dead body showed up behind my place of employment, I would probably also stop showing up to that job.
thank you.
Alright,
Is it?
mystery solved.
Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. What?
This stuff gets on my nerve. I'm a feminist. Hey, Eoghan. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. That's right. If there's one thing I know about myself, it's that I'm a total raging feminist. Do you have a phallus in your ear? I said I'm a feminist. I'm not a feminist. I just wanted to see the look on your face. How about this one?
But there is a timetable for this investigation, dictated to us by the stages of decomposition. And it says we need to move on.
What did I get there? Triggers. Ugh. These never work the way I want them to. Oh, here we go. So, inexplicable, feminist agenda. Something stirs in you, something interdisciplinary. It is a newly found reaction to the tyrannical gender roles around you, or something you've always had. One thing is for sure, you're not a mild feminist. Oh no. These are incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into some sort of weapon, perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony? Sure. Let's go ahead and get into some feminism. How you doing today, Eoghan, anyways? Let's see here, then. Sing karaoke, report my badge missing. I mean, I basically interviewed him at this point. Still gotta look at the body. Who made the call reporting the crime? Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's all.
Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. You
Hmm?
owe me 130 real.
I'm sorry, what?
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can.
Oh, alright, son. That's awesome.
It must be merely.
I saw you mentioned that the PC had arrived. How are you enjoying RE7 so far?
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
I love the voice for the necktie.
Don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
Let's see, so what's real? Slip away unnoticed. What's real?
Excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
It looks very on brand. Very good on my brand new RTX 3060. I bet.
Or inter-isolation
I'm still only rocking a
is the global reserve
what is it?
currency.
It's like a
Part of the world you're in
10
right now. It's
1080 or whatever it is. I can never remember which one I have. I know it's some kind of RTX, but it's like a couple generations behind. By real, do you mean some form of street cred?
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
I love the tie! I love this guy. Did I just hear my tie speak to me twice? No, better to not acknowledge that part of it. What do I owe this place for? Oh, okay. 1080 to 3060 ain't too bad. Alright. But yeah, I can imagine the 960 to that leap is pretty big. What exactly is money? Let's just find out why I owe it.
Nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to another thing you've
Oh, okay,
is
whoops.
half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's
Cop
60
discount.
plus 30 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
But what is money? Sure,
Money
yes.
is what grown people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Where do I get this currency from?
Work. I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. Sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Why do I need it?
To pay me, unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make.
Maybe I do want to be a hobo. Maybe I just want to, like, grab all my possessions, put them in a bindle, and carry them around with me on my back.
If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
You kind of seem like an asshole.
Yes, it is.
Never know what to say when I'm asked if I have a gaming PC. I'll run anything I try, but everything I try is indie games, visual novels, and 10-year-old RPGs. Yeah, it's... I think when people ask if you have a gaming PC, they usually mean, like, can you run the new AAA indie games? But that is a bit of a silly standard. Well, one problem with RE7 is that I was playing it and forgot to make dinner. Time to order in. Let's see.
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
Oh man, that's horrible.
For a moment, his antipathy is overcome by compassion for the sheer smallness of the money. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
It does.
Darkness rides.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
You're under arrest now. Very few of the things on the list of particularly demanding games or anything I'd usually want to play. Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry, but he
completely fair.
I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
No, yeah, that's actually pretty funny to me, Owen, because before we upgraded our PC, like, the game that made me realize that our video card was just not up to spec anymore was also Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I think Wealthy had gifted that to me, and I tried playing it, and it just did not work at all.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Glenrock, right? It's not that far away.
Let's see. Don't remember where my home is. Fuck this place, I'll take this. I don't remember where my home is.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Well, okay then.
Where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you?
Yeah, I got no fucking clue, my guy. Does this mean I'm home?
A
Yes.
vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
How about
Try.
this?
Run some addresses in your head when you get the time.
Okay. There we go. That time it works. So I gotta pay for damages. Do I have a new thought? What's this? Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across a raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 881, until you reach the Domaine Imminent in North Jamrock. Streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down the main to Perdition. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. Yeah. Let's do it. When I look at it for modding purposes, a comparison site told me I could only run Dragon Age. Oh, game audio is a little bit low. Okay, I will bring that up real quick here. It's at least 8 years old. Yeah, my computer I think was like exactly 8 years old when we finally updated it. How's audio now for the game? Good or still need to be brought up? Can't reach whatever that was. There we go.
Hello, sweetie.
Okay.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like
Handsome
me?
officer with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
Another time and place.
Alright then.
She might have flirted back, but that ship sailed long ago.
Long ass time ago.
I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough. For
Could bump a small bit more, but definitely better.
on the spot.
Okay. Honestly, could probably just bump it up to 100 and probably bring desktop audio up a little bit. Okay. Text being too small to read. Let me see if I can adjust that also. Options. Text size. Yeah. Bump that up. There we go. Oh, well. I mean, the text doesn't bug me that much. The Selena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. I just want to hear it while I order a kebab.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you.
It's
no matter what you
pretty
say.
bad. I drank so
Oh.
hard I forgot literally
You
everything.
know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? We're in the
I
city
got-
of Revachol, dear.
No clue. I don't know diddly squat about
I even
Revachol.
begin to tell you. Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Yes, I do actually.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be
Yay!
rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting
He's just like, oh, thank God you at least know what year we're in.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question.
A little bit too far.
What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Let's see. Some kind of democracy, maybe. I like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Ugh. That would kind of counteract the whole radical feminist thing that I'm currently wearing. Cop. We are living under the cop regime. Maybe that one might be more right.
Oh, sweetie. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way. Other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat.
But they still have cops.
Man. I don't even know what to say. So disappointed. If there's no government, how come there are cops?
It
Yeah.
is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got. Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
How did I
You were
do?
doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
It's just like, oh God.
But maybe
You
a
really don't
fresh
remember
set of
shit.
eyes is
Oh,
what the world
Christ.
needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
What is the revolution you
A
mentioned?
defeat, I'm afraid. The people
Oh.
of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
That sounds about right. What does that have to do with there not being any cops? But I'm a cop, whatever it was hasn't stopped me.
It has
Sure.
something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Okay.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things?
Who could tell
Someone
me more?
educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia.
No, no,
I
no.
won't be a guide either.
I'm just a
I'm a
humble
detective.
twink. Please.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Part of me wants to jump to this one, but I feel like that'd be too much. You seem to be in a chair. God, I don't want to do either of these.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
Let's do the one that's not as
A paraplegic is
Not as
someone with
unfortunate.
limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
That's
Yes.
quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, and catching sequence killers. Nothing I was thinking of the lyrics to a song. Wanna roll with me? I mean, I do like this character a lot. She's very sweet.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner
on.
will need you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Fine. Kim, of course. Oh, Kim, I haven't seen you in years. So you saw me 5 seconds ago.
I
Yeah.
assure you, with
that.
absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Oh,
Thank
come
you,
on.
but-
Come on.
Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
Oh, man.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
The audio distracted me and I accidentally ordered 2 kebabs. At least that's lunch for tomorrow sorted. Glad I could help? Do I tug on her heartstrings? Do I wring money out of this woman? No, let's...
No, I'm so sorry.
No,
I don't have
I-
money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask. Of course, dear.
I got money off of her like the first time that I played through like the hour or so of this game that I touched, and I'll feel great having to do that to that poor lady. Oh yeah, let's hear those tunes. Get a reality lowdown. Still got that. This point. Need to take care of this body back here. Oh, that kid. Ugh. Human being decomposes.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes.
Ugh.
The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. The
Oh,
cargo
look
belt
on
twists his
down.
neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Ugh.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Fucking surrounded by shit kids.
The smell is
There it goes.
oppressive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out. No point in trying to hold myself back there. I think last time I played through this part I struggled, but...
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Let's see. I am sorry.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Where can I
There is
get some
Schwartz
ammonia?
nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Let's see, so... Let us go ahead and turn away from all this shit. Alright. Now I know I keep getting stuck because there's like fucking bushes in the way there. Can I open this yet?
This trash container is locked. The sliding, there's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is down.
Why am I
and
looking
full.
at you, trash
Maybe
container?
you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Tell me your
Trash,
secrets,
food waste
trash
from the
container.
cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. What do you mean, feel?
How do we get the
Try
lock
using a
open?
pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
What's
We
the
could ask
ore?
for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information.
Okay. So need to get some ammonia from the gardener and need to get a key from the bartender. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. There we go.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
You
We don't
sound
see a lot of
surprised.
Police around here. That's all.
Okay.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Oh,
I'm done with it.
yay. Perfect.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Also need some
Of course.
directions.
Where to? What do you mean?
I am
Yes,
disoriented, please. For the love of God, help me.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Okay.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings,
Mm-hmm.
some more tenements.
Okay.
Not a lot, really.
Alright.
The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Alrighty.
Some shops
South.
and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Okay. What's in the
It's
west?
just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Alright, that's all I need. I understand the fuck the police business.
Of course.
I don't need to inquire in about that.
You need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, let's go ahead and equip some gloves. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. Lieutenant's handkerchief. Alright. Let's go take care of that body. Oh boy, a dead body!
Looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely... The ammonia only makes it worse.
Oh, god damn it.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
So much for the ammonia. Puke stream. You're getting what you wanted, Owen. Copious amounts of vomit. The ammonia did not help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life? This is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't we do something else? I think I want to do something else.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together.
My shit is already together. I don't want to get my shit together.
Away from you and leave you behind. No. You will get your shit together.
You're sure this has not affected his impression of you in a good way? For a moment, the hanged man appears to smile. His lips are red, like a clown's.
Joker.
Bitch fight, see? Bitches are at it.
Bitches about to kill each other, I think.
We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when you...
Oh man. I've embarrassed myself in front of the kids and my boyfriend. Who would have thought that Elysium was gonna be the game that finally got the puke stream to happen? Top 5 best puke games of all time. Hey dude, I need your key.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little
Alrighty.
callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
I was hoping Sonic Forces would be the puke-inducing game. I highly doubted that was gonna be the case. Doesn't seem callous guarding even your leftovers from the poor.
What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovian...
Maybe I am Krasmazov. Tell me more. Maybe I am Krasmazov.
This is not about the trash container. We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
What for? Mazov? are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It
Yes.
concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Redistribute the trash.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Alright, later. Oh, no. That's not the button I meant to press. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. I didn't keep track of time. When did he say wait half an hour? Yeah, probably just say come back at like 10:30 to try and bring the body down again.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Right then.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Fantastic.
You see milk and egg rest with one. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And
Nothing
among
to
the
note
threadbare
there.
kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Oh, hell yeah, new
Twisted
pants.
legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage. A rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. These belong to the deceased. They were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar
Okay.
marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping
Okay.
with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye.
All right. We should
Okay.
go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or
You think?
that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah.
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key.
The lieutenant nods.
I don't want to
It's
try to
just
deal with the
organic
kids
waste,
yet.
Cold and slimy on your hands. Nothing. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. They look badly damaged, but you can still make
Oh,
out
hey.
forms and notes. Written
Right.
in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what the
Look,
fuck it is.
Plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style, man. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know, I'm boring. Rather not talk about it right now. I didn't want to be a cop, most likely.
His eyes express a rare condolence. Then he picks it up.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Okay. Sure.
It would also
I'll
not
do
hurt to
that.
start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
I'm getting that
Pick
mug
out a
too.
broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Oof.
Only in its social sensibility. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Alright then. That's
That's
taken
one
care
thing on
of.
the list.
Cool. So we got some trash. Did all my dumpster diving I need to do for the day. So who put the clothes in the trash? Oh, I don't want to talk to Kuno. Read your ledger. Inspect the victim's body. Where's my ledger again? That's gonna be interact. Yes. Interact.
It's the ledger you found
There we
in
go.
the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Oh, that's my spare toilet
It's
paper.
a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off.
Leave it there. It's cool. Nah, take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the
An
clip.
aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is
Alrighty.
interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Alright
It
then.
is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Okay.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Okay, how can I read
Any
it?
capable light with the right wavelength will do. Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
Okay
This
then.
means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address.
Okay, so I could
Information
figure out
available by
where the hell I live.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files
You
committed
need to let the
paper."
ear pressure
The
off from
case
the
files
headphones.
themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there
20,
are
maybe
at least
30
20,
cases.
maybe 30 cases. Undertaken, not completed. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Oh, jeez.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
No wonder I drank myself halfway to death. 2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty of
Okay.
mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
God knows I've made my share. He tries not to think of them. Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, it appears you employ a,
Naming
shall we
convention.
say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
The Unsolvable
Others appear
Case.
more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files
Couch
together,
guy
but
murder
it can be
mystery.
done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Count the pages. Done inspecting these. Yeah, let's
The
keep going through.
alphanumeric, officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene. Oh, you mean
No,
the
not
T2?
quite.
Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head.
Yeah.
He died.
Oh,
It was
Jesus.
a workplace accident.
There is
Christ.
precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Okay.
The
Commit to
tasks you've
paper.
completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already finished.
Satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name
It's also
the case.
very, very useful if you just have, you know, ADHD or something like that. Keeping a list for yourself, checking it off as you go.
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Furies are at home in the mirror. The setting sun. Shit on a stick. The hanged man. Shit on a stick.
Yes. I have to tell you, officer, I don't appreciate ironic titles. Other officers will have to use this as reference. If it's idiot or cockfinger, they're not going to get it. They're going to think an idiot and a cockfinger were on this case. So, do you have something less funny?
Fun is outlawed with this guy. What a knock!
The Furies are at home in the mirror.
Yes, well,
The furries are at
I don't
home
know.
in the
I
mirror.
have to be honest, I'm not experiencing the internal strife that it refers to. And also, could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a normal case name, you know? Think, what would that be? A good normal name.
Yes, you know what
Oh,
that
fine.
is. But it's so plain. Anything else, please.
Come on.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so... something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete?
Kim, you're so boring.
Usual is boring. We don't do that.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Come on, it's murder. We need this to be exciting. We gotta put on a show for the people.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Okay, I am done expecting
Close
those.
them. so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
The Hanging Man, like the bar in Dragon Age 2? I guess so. That's a game that I have not played yet, but I do plan on getting around to it at some point. Browse the yellow
back, you
papers?
see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms.
Okay.
Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
No, you do not. That is a very true thing the video game has said. Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. A monetary penalization, but they appear pleasantly vague.
The Hanged Man? You mean he's...
These
Station
are all
call.
sinister in turn. They give a date and time for... Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers. Interview requests for back. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking sentence
No, the
is
authority
much
does not
worse
make
for
me
it.
feel better.
Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files, commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol.
Oh, okay, so then...
You don't exactly close them. So much as
look at
distance
the
you- It's made
clipboard?
of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded.
Jesus.
However, the U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back, you see the embossed letters RCM.
What did you say the color was? Blue.
The blue heart. Don't look into it. U4 size
Yeah, I know what's
pages
gonna happen with...
clip screwed
I know
to
what's
the
gonna
top of
happen
the
with
board.
that when I look at it.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41. Then date of
New World
initialization
Mural.
and time of arrival on the scene. Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
HBD, or
Every
HDB.
last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horst Debbie Berenger. From Darjan Binzakin. Horse.
That is improbable.
Ah, come
It
on.
takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
The next
This
world
one
mural?
is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous.
Who'd have thunk it?
2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffiti
Oh, this is too depressing to look at.
Only the bell-lettrers have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface.
It's more depressing to look at than the hanged body behind the
They
bar.
take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Do I ever find out who came up with that?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the crew agrees to clean
Okay.
up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for the 9,000 people subject
Okay.
to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets
Excuse
as to
me.
how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
I imagine that they probably
Staggering
choose to
78% of voters
remove it.
choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next
Okay.
world for new people. And it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. Middle class are not to be blamed, it's human nature. I like it, but can't we wreak havoc on other nations instead? I must have voted to remove the thing because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter. And agreement as well. What do AKA
The unsolvable
Leslie
case.
Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed
Worst
from
I
unsuspecting
say.
officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man. And you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Shouldn't we just keep them off the streets or proceed?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and
That's
Petition
fair.
because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets?
Fair point.
Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
For
It's
10
plain to see from the
goddamn
files
years, that
you,
man flopped his
Satellite
dick
Officer
about in
JV
public.
and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Petition. And what is Leslie doing? Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke
Indecency.
breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic bottle in his face. Then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, The ledger sustains damage. The compartment within,
Jeez.
reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment. An invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
Yay!
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall.
That's why you shouldn't save Doug. Again, I didn't do it. Bree did it. Don't blame that on me.
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
One day we'll figure it out. Couch in an unexpected location.
Couch outside and hung out on it.
I had a breakthrough. What's the breakthrough?
On the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
Wait, no, not long. Not that one. This one. What's the breakthrough? Oh, breakthrough imminent. Got it. Volumetric shit compressor. Your shit is apart. What about that? Yeah, internalize that one there. And is rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It is supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Read the watermarks. Yeah, I'll get around to that part. What do I want to level up? I'm gonna take my empathy up a little bit. How about... Can I don't have any more points to level stuff up, do I? Nah. Okay. Alright, back to it.
They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it, too, where they also took photos of themselves on it. And smoked cigarettes, because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up.
Stupid couch?
And you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do.
I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this couch bullshit.
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Okay.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve, was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker. A real brain twister. Was on it for
A real
like,
purple
a month.
nurple.
The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
The murder at the hookah parlor, the bottle of water. Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now.
Yeah,
Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor.
The vape pits. Man killed in vape pit. Smashed overhead with one of those jewels. Don't know how they did it, but by God, they pulled it off. Can you get high off of it?
Yeah.
Real
So
stupid.
Anyway, young man,
At least in my opinion.
found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer.
Killed in a jewel heist.
No one exits. He's just sucking on his water.
They did like the John Wick thing where he killed like 20 dudes with a pencil. Except it's a jewel, and that's it.
Nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor, you see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
He must have sucked a lot of that. Never understood the appeal myself for smoking anything, really. It all smells terrible. I can make, like, some exceptions, like, when it comes to, like, vape things, or maybe weed sometimes if I am in, like, the right environment but for the most part, I'm definitely, like, in the same department of just being like, I just don't like the smell of most smokes that come off of things. What was he doing there for 6 hours? He must have sucked a lot of it.
He liked his hookah. Stephen was his name. Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers.
I read the case files. Okay. So now I need to... Wait, actually, before I do that... Wait, where's the thing? What? What? Why is it not going to this menu? What the fuck? It won't go to, like, my... Do I have to do that? Oh, okay, that's it.
Agenda. There is something you need
I
to
thought
see,
I
sir.
broke the game for a
You
second.
found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus. It is a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor. The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were an actual feminist. Somehow, you've come to that conclusion. Perhaps you can work your way back.
Sure. Would have to quit drugs to get there. Yeah, that's fine.
Shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Okay. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. All endurance flight checks unlocked. Cool. Alright then. Yeah, plus I can go try to check out the body again, I guess. But before that, let me take care of the headlight thing.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat.
Let's turn on those
Ready?
headlights.
I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
He's downplaying his excitement. The dashboard
I've always
lights
wanted to
up
show off
with
my car.
orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canada comes to life.
Oh, that
With a
is
violent growl.
very loud. That didn't feel
Lights
good.
unfold with a little click, casting.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty cool whip.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the
Around
lieutenant's
the borders
voice.
of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see.
Yeah, where are we compared to the map? Okay. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
Look at the
There are many of
preparations.
them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next one?
Is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Yeah, what
Those
do
are
all those mean
perforations.
again?
They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your
Yeah.
years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
18 years I've done this shit. I've walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office jobs, same as everyone else. Feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Yeah, probably
No
some
shame,
boring
you
office
work for a
job.
regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I don't think I can ever re-become this person. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too
For an
many.
RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her.
Ugh.
Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or
God.
twice a week and don't really think about it. There's no trace of guilt in his voice.
There are
Christ.
certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Kim, there are no good cops. Hate to break it to you. How do you handle
Everyone
the
has
strain?
their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like
All
what?
this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe I
Why
should
not
find a
go?
hobby.
You've already
Maybe I'll
got
get
it.
into anime, Kim. Maybe that's the way I need to go.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however. The lieutenant nods.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
So now I want to go sell that one cup that I got. So I can get some money. So I can get some money. I am bad in the realm of Dosh currently, and I need to have that fixed. There's the button. God, I never get tired of those horns in the background. Hey, man.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he
Um,
prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
yeah, sorry,
Oh,
I feel
no,
like I'm
not at
interrupting
all.
you.
I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake.
It kind of sounds like the
People
shopkeep
who are
from Resident Evil
terminally
4.
bored.
At least my memory of the shopkeep from Resident Evil 4. What you buying? What you selling? I'll buy that for a high price.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
This plan is all over the place. You should specialize, zoom in. Quite the
It
collection
keeps me
indeed.
Entertained.
There's something I'd
Let me
like to
have a
sell.
look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Wait, what happened to the,
Another time, perhaps.
Wait, hold on a second. What happened to that, cup that I had? The racist cup that I found. How do I...
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Let's see. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. Going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. Smug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It was just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? That's definitely not the one. I'm going to push it in the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. Yeah, sure, that one.
In the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Can I sell it now? I would like to sell it.
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure, I'm not purchasing any, and especially.
Your mother is a necrotic object. I'm fun. Look at me sparking in the light of the projector.
I didn't mean to pick that one.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
No, I can't pick the racist mug. I would like to just get rid of it. Fine.
Another time, perhaps.
You might be able to aid our
I
investigation.
can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything.
That's fair. No one wants the racist crockery. That's fair. You know. I just need a couple real is the thing. He doesn't know anything. Know anything about their saying. Actually, that is all I've got, buddy. Where's the door? There's the door. Hold on. Exit the door. I'm gonna have a swig. Interact with it? Thank you. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. It's up to you, buddy. Talk to him. Talk to the man, please.
G'day to you, officers.
Thank you.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
Oh, yeah,
His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock.
I want some salami.
Billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
Do you know what
I
caused
wasn't
this?
here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
The words Daredevil Driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Can I have some of that salami?
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Hell yeah. Everybody. All the boys getting meat today.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed.
Okay. Nope. That's all I can interact with there.
There's a pile of cheap sun.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him. Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let
Very
you have them
secret,
for
very mega.
2 real and 50 cents.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do, Kim. You're not my husband. Yet.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you.
I'm good, dude. I need money to be able to pay off the hotel thing right now. Return to Salami Man. Acquire more salami. Sell salami. Profit. Can I sell the salami? Do I have salami in my inventory now, actually? It would be awesome if I did, but nah, I do not. Sadly, I am lacking in salami. Ah, it's this guy. I know this guy. This guy's a prick.
Welcome to Ivashol.
Salami dreams, salami ruined.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My
Oh
grandfather
boy,
came
here we
from
go.
a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like
You tell him.
keep Revachol divided.
Let
making
that
it
dude
much
fucking have
harder
it,
for
Kim.
everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Limbo, what's going on here? Are you doing a Congo line? He's right. Yeah. Yes.
Come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Hell yeah.
You
Hell
two make
yeah.
a cute couple. You know that?
Oh, Kim, did you hear that? He thinks we're cute together.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or is it pride? Impossible to tell.
Whatever you say, officers.
I found this mug in the trash. Is it yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
What a
He
prick.
doesn't live in Martinez.
What are you hauling?
Much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
How long has this been going on?
Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples.
Yes, apples. I take it you had other questions?
What was that
It's
argument about?
biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Yeah. Oh, so
I'm
you're
not
racist.
just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design.
Ugh.
Naturally,
Fucking yikes,
we
dude.
Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. The problem?
Yeah, what's the problem with not constantly competing over things that should just be given to everyone?
And the other intruders species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
No, yeah, the dude's definitely a fucking prick. But the thing is, I played far enough that I know what the point of this conversation is, because it ends up coming back around. Also, hi, Alpha. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it? Yeah, what's this thing that you refer to as cultural victory, dude?
Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses.
Punch this guy in the dick. If I had the option, I would have done it already.
Chanson lately? Heard any mojitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Oh, word, for sure. That's how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace with unknown characteristics, leading to... Don't push your luck.
How about you go fuck yourself, dude? Alright, I really need some money at some point. Ooh. Don't mind if I just take some pills from the trash can there. Here's the scab.
We have a right to work.
God, I hate the scab leader, but he's also very funny to me.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work. Right to work.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Confidence.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops.
Yes, we are still workers,
Right
but...
to work.
Oh, God.
Right to work.
What kind of cause are we talking about here, dude?
Of workers to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I wonder if that's the case, that these are just bullet points that someone gave him on a sheet of paper. Regardless, I have some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
Oh, I know what a strike is. I want to get into the harbor now. Yes.
Fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
We're interviewing people about a murder that took place here. This is an official matter, not to be discussed with outsiders. Yeah.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really ain't my expertise.
Pity.
Let us work!
What is
We
your
were
goal
promised
here?
Work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
A head measure?
70s guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be?
Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers.
Have you considered all storming in
Why
together?
don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Oh, scabs. Scabs, scabs, scabs. Y'all never change. Let me try to take the body down again. It has been long enough that I might be able to give it another try. Do I need, like, smelling salts or something to actually get it down?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse.
Alright.
Emitting it is all it
Come on.
Ha ha ha.
Damn it.
Again.
The corpse laughs at you, pus dripping from its mouth.
You will never be able to hold it in. It's always too much.
Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up.
God.
All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time.
I did try using ammonia, and that did not end up helping me out. Even though I got my shit compressed, how is it possible?
I'm at a loss as well. I could swear your shit was together, Detective.
Sometimes even that is not enough.
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work. There's nothing else to do.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere.
Okay. Should I try to talk to you now, Kuno? No. That's its own ordeal.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked.
Kuno the goat.
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Does that help me at all? Let's give it a try.
What do you think you are? A super detective?
Man!
You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
God damn it. All my dice rolls coming up bad. All my dice rolls coming up bad. Yeah, fine. Let's try to talk to Kuno. While there's still daylight to burn.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa goofy, Kuno.
Moment of your time, please.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely.
Jesus.
His eyes are like two black
My
holes
hair's getting
and his
messed
jaw
up.
is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop using slurs at my crime scene. It's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Almost got a breakthrough coming on.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno is not a gardener.
What should we do, Kim?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
No, not what I'm saying.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got.
Entertain the Kuno.
What you got, huh? Show me.
Irregular speech patterns, overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs? This warrants further investigation into this.
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally choking.
Kim, help.
If I were to want to waste my
For the
time,
love of God,
which I
Kim, help.
I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The usual being, have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Looks like you're a faggoty now.
I wonder what that one means.
The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't
Where
know.
did you go
Some
then?
Fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
That's a fictional name.
Kuno's ass. You haven't been where Kuno's been. You haven't been in Kuno's head.
I would want to be
where
in.
Kuno was. You want to know what Kuno's been fucking up to?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's city.
Fucking nerd.
Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno uses the fucking for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Who he was.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone.
The popo phone. I like that turn of phrase. Don't like that turn of phrase. Want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno? No.
Right, pig?
Sure.
This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Dead man's clothes are in the trash container. How'd they get there?
Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead. Yeah, he...
Shoot that shit at Kuno. Dumpster diver.
What's in the greenhouse over there?
That gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara.
Gardener used to work
That's
there.
what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse? Yes.
I should ask her
seems
about that.
Suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Might have questions for
Kuno
later.
doesn't give a shit.
Gotta ask. Who's Kuno?
Kuno, pig.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Is that some kind of gang name? So you refer to yourself in the third person.
Third person? Kuno's the fucking first person?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
No!
He's got the Kuno, help!
I'm just gonna leave.
Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of—
Yeah, that's right! Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy!
Don't listen. Just go.
Yeah. Listen. No. No thanks.
Hey. Psst. Yes, you.
Yes?
Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again.
Yeah!
I've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love?
Yes, we should all stop building love. Can't argue with that.
So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is you've woken up from 1,000 years of slumber, promising
Kuno will tell you what Kuno don't do. Kuno don't know shit. Kuno don't get stuff. And Kuno don't understand shit.
Is that true?
How come there's a word on the street?
Things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs.
I didn't say anything that extreme. I said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those. I like doubling down on this one, though.
Funky stuff.
It's fun.
Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Oh, let's find out about this communism.
It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on.
Sounds great.
You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone.
Yeah.
Against every living thing.
Yeah.
Against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
I'm the last communist.
Now get to work, comrade.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal weapons ready.
Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in that pristine air. Let's roll. Communism run, baby. Let's do this.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Okay, so I got those all filled out. this point, I've... let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, I don't have enough points for that. Unlock. Alright, so I just can't do anything else besides those 3 now, right? Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, that's just all of that. Have I leveled up at all? No. Okay, so let's go ahead and back out of that then. Alright, bye Kuno. You're a prick and I hate you. No, I don't. I love Kuno. I love that shit kid. I appreciate his never-ending commitment to being a shit kid. So I still need to pay this guy off here. Oh. Store's open now. Can I look at this thing? Thank you. Dishes are drying. Okay. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. What's up with you?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please, it's not funny. The man puts his cup down.
I won't.
His left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost
nice
like
pots.
music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Mystery. Try to push on the door? Or...
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its
pretty.
cobalt blue.
I suppose we could look into
It's a very pretty color.
as a side investigation.
The door is a mega investigation. The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. It's a mini-side investigation.
Ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Touch the door.
Blue surface feels rough to touch. The
Try to
door
push on
does
it.
not budge.
No, okay. Alright then. What do you know about this door?
Can I help you?
Oh,
Thanks.
take that
I hope
back.
you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's
Strange.
clothes.
I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you're in a no. Someone on your staff had put them there.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Alright then.
Yes.
Seen something here. Thing I need to
What
talk about.
thing? Yes, not the
Yeah,
whole
sure.
damn
That.
thing, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
I'm working on it, dude.
But grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
Yeah, let it go.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth.
Prefer
Loudness means
to not get baited on that type of shit.
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He said
Really?
they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Okay, if you insist, video game. Yeah,
Oh, yes,
tell me about that door.
Sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. Don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the frit warehouse, probably.
That doesn't sound right. There's just day. Day just keeps going. Letting the days go by. Let the water hold me down.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I'm good to pretend he's indifferent. Nah.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I
Come
haven't opened
on.
it.
You know
I've
you're
had to clean
interested.
the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. What?
Fine, whatever.
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay. Nothing there.
Absolutely out of the question.
You wait and see, cafeteria man.
I will sing karaoke here.
Question. First,
Even if I have to die, I will sing karaoke.
Your body is ready, sire.
So about the money I owe.
You got it. Like what?
Never mind, I don't want to talk about the money that I owe you. Hey, sweet lady. Do you have some money I could borrow?
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweet.
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
Please?
Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun.
I already know where to pawn stuff.
A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, Sam Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races.
I want to buy it back for you.
It's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back.
I would like to get it back for you. I would greatly prefer to, like, use the money for right now and then pay you back. I'm sure this won't have ramifications later on where I end up feeling like a giant asshole for not being able to buy it back for her, but, you know. C'est la vie. That is life. Go on. Excuse me. There you are.
Hello again.
I have
How can I help you?
I have
Sure.
something to
Let
sell.
me have a look. Sam Baptiste summer dinghy rates is 31. What a pleasant time that was. So, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you 320 for it.
320? That's nothing.
Sure, I can keep it behind the counter for a week, but only if you pawn it right now.
A pin from 31 ought to be priced at 310, but I added another 10 cents just to be nice.
Man,
Sure thing. So, do you want to sell anything?
that's not worth it.
Another time, perhaps.
That is not worth it.
You see rows of try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Inspect the blue uniforms.
These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Okay.
This set of
Inspect
soldiers
figurine.
isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yeah? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next
what's
to
this
the
image?
royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Oh god. Oh god. That is terrifying, Owen. That is a terrifying image. I seek glory. It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Garthe, whose bitch it made me.
Okay. I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
I just remember watching a stream the other night where someone was talking about, like, when they were a kid, they would see glory holes in bathrooms and think that people were just getting mad and, like, punching holes in walls in their local restrooms, and that's still very funny to me. Just imagining, like, a roving gang of people that just have severe anger issues, but they have very, very tiny arms to, like, punch into walls. They don't do any harm to a person, they just punch those restroom walls.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. Yes. Buy something nice. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
They punch those holes with their powerful dicks.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too.
No.
I think he's looking for it, or something.
No. I barely have the money as is. Bust of a woman. Film projector. What's that? Some kind of machine. Antique cash register. This. What's that? Military wear.
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Where'd you get
It
this?
was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Okay. Yeah, that seems like a topic not worth dwelling on, necessarily. What do I do at this point? I feel like the first time that I tried playing through this game, I ended up wasting a lot of time on my first day or two. Just not having too great of an idea of how to approach things. I guess I do still need to radio the station.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something, the soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here.
Hmm.
I'm putting him on.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to... I should probably get my info first before I try to...
Just a second, officer.
...investigate someone who might have been a witness.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm the competent officer of the law.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Yeah.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Oh, I hate this guy.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Nah. I just want to get my shit.
Your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Shut up, Chester.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Can y'all just please stop? Please stop bullying me?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
God damn it.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Just help me.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your...
Oh no.
You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun.
It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
Hear a dog freaking out in the other room.
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out,
damn it.
Everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite officer.
I hate all of you.
Description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
It's a gun, what can I say? A regular goddamn murder weapon, you know how they are. Bang bang. I just wanted...
He says he doesn't have it.
This is just one of those conversations that I just want to be over.
God, he lost his gun. Oh my, This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his ass. He still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Yo, Kim, how much you packing? Yo, Kim, what's your meat look like?
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
Dog, come on.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
Suck it, Mac.
Apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson
No.
that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he said
Nah,
he
dude.
didn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite officer V. Then for
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Firearm.
Oh God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
I hear you. I don't have the authority to enter your...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds.
Great.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well,
help me out.
Better crack the case before sundown then.
Vicmar said...
Who cares what this Vicmar said? Pull on their heartstrings. Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
This is gonna be like the one time I...
important to the case.
Authority.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
No?
Request denied, sir.
Goddamn you all.
Anything else, sir? Over. Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Yeah, I probably just shouldn't ask about that.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, probably better just not go into that.
In the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm...
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there.
Why do I have to sit here and listen to them just talk shit on me?
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Bless you, Minnow.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
Thanks! Thanks for the vote of confidence, dude.
He wouldn't.
Partner, I guess.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the
Okay, so we got skill points. Can I? Okay, I can forget. So let's go ahead and... That will be lost forever. Ooh, unlock. Yes. Where is, Maslovian? Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm looking for. Get the new thoughts in my brain palace. Let's leave for right now. God, what else do I... Oh yeah, I have not saved in a... I've not dropped a hot save in a minute. Okay. So, can I talk to you for a second, Kim? I don't have money.
Yes?
I don't know what I'm gonna do about the not having money thing. Nah, no real options about the whole money situation. There's the racist guy. Try to break through the crowd. Yeah, what's up, man?
You're
Nah.
easy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though.
Not a
Maybe
scab.
It's got something to do.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Yeah. I've come to investigate a murder.
Huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy.
That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. Don't tell me.
I'm smacked
You
off
better
my
get
rocker right now. Need to know what's behind these gates. I'm
My
exploring.
friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful. If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door. And go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office.
Sounds easy. I should be able to manage that.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Yeah, I don't think I have what I need to get past him. Has anyone ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure.
I'm a bit short on
Sure
money.
thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Yeah, sure. Give it a shot.
The coin lands into your hand.
Yeah.
As if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM.
All right, I got another $1.
Things are meager at the moment due to, you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter, is all. Supplies should last the strike, though. Aye, you lost me there, Honcho. But it's okay as long as you're not a sorry-ass scab.
What's the strike about?
Serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better...
Okay. Let's see. I can't get up to that. About this? Case of strike, press button behind guard. Okay. Thanks for the hot tip. Hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. No lockpicking or door kicking in this one. Yeah, there he is. The Measurehead.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
I do not have the strength to try to fight this man, Authority. Do not try and get me into a fight.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Yeah, sure. I'm an alcoholic, but I still need to get over there.
You don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got him. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
I don't know if I want to try pushing anything that hard. I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them. I'm the police and I need you to comply now. That will go badly if I try to do that. Race stuff is unimportant. I need you to help me do my job.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Kroikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I am obsessed with sadness. That part I can't deny.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Go on. I just need you to move a little bit. Like just scooch back slightly. That's all I really need you to do. Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce. Because if I try to fight him, it's not gonna go well. Wait. No, I'm trying to go downstairs. Yes, walk over there. Alright. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let's hear those sweet, sweet horns.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well,
his what now?
He blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How do you go through the entire national treasury?
To a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Oh, oops, I pressed the wrong button.
There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon. Instead of
like an obese dragon, or like Scrooge McDuck. He would just dive into a pool of golden feathers.
The man certainly knew how to live.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he's addicted to nose candy.
150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
I know it.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
I'm gonna snort a line and talk to God, if you don't mind.
Of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic. Such a bad idea. I really don't get art. God, I wish there was like an in-between, or it's like, that's kind of pretentious, but I appreciate the gesture. The gesture? The gesture. That's how I meant to pronounce that.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Alright then. Thank you for the hot history lesson there, video game.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hand. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your no response. Wherever this woman is.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
Okay. Sorry, Kim. Thought you might know something, maybe. Okay. That's what those buttons do. Without work, I am nothing. Is there anything else I could talk to you about? Oh, right, the greenhouse thing.
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute.
Stop hitting on the jilts. Squint your eyes and look at her intently. What nutrients?
Nitrogen and sulfur mostly. And whatever factories and aerostatics exhale too, I guess. A bit much? What are you talking about?
She feels interrogated now.
Relax, miss. This is not an interrogation. We are just checking some facts.
Sure.
All you can see is the fact that her skin is a different color from yours. That's literally all. You're gonna have to run with that.
What does that mean?
Oh, God. Well, shit. That was... Oh. Oh, I don't know how to move on from that. Oh, God. I'm sorry. So how about those bets, huh? What music you listening to?
Whatever's on the radio, I guess. What?
She seems more perplexed than cornered.
Alright. Do you listen to disco? Do you listen to disco?
I'm gonna say
no. Not a fan of disco. Alright. I'll talk to you later, ma'am. I'm just gonna go hang myself next to the other body on the tree. This is what I've earned for myself. I need to find money. But no, not what I'm trying to do. Thank you. There's a trunk right there. What is that there? Hey! Does that mean I could, like, go through trash cans for bottles now? I think I missed that when I first tried playing through this game, is like I did not find the bag that you're supposed to use to, like, get bottles off the street for you to sell. Any trash cans? Trash cans I can... Any trash cans I can dumpster dive into? Trash cans? Anything? I'm just a humble cop, here to dumpster dive. Alright. Sewer gate, the gateway to the river of filth. Okay. Yes. Fingerless gloves. Now that guy's got the salami. Butter sign down. Can't do anything over here yet. What's that? Okay. That's the guy that's gonna try to sell me shitty sunglasses. Ooh, more healing items. Okay. No, nothing there. Is this guy I could talk to? Yeah, there we go.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little
That's a
cadence.
that's a nice tune you got there, man.
From another planet.
Yeah.
Hey there.
I am the law. No. What's going on
What's the jam,
here?
my man? It's a
What's the
traffic jam
jam?
for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Damn, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased.
Imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Can you spare some change?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Know anything
He
about
ain't
the
one of
dead
those
guy?
drivers. I know that. All accounted for.
No?
Otherwise, I
You
haven't
sure you
really
don't
asked
know?
about that.
Sure you don't know
Wasting
anything
time
about the
right
dead
here.
guy?
It's
Come on.
easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
But more about the strike.
Whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's
Good
a
for
company rep
them.
in town,
Good for
too.
them.
Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company
They
wants?
want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but
Anything
Alright.
else? Us lorry drivers. Cam, your nurse. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Yeah, man. Just cruising through life.
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
time to arrest him.
Shut up, authority.
He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean
He's
business.
just vibing.
This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Okay, I want a tracksuit.
But I can't just freely hand out the
Oh
merchandise.
man.
The bosses won't be happy.
I want a tracksuit. Tracksuit? I want a tracksuit.
The man taps his fingers.
Don't be a stranger.
I'm gonna Slav squat on top of your truck. I believe I find the lady that I'm looking for over here somewhere. Alright, up there. Yeah, there's the graffiti artist up there. There she is.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Sure. What's the L stand
My
for?
maiden name.
Luigi? Joyce Luigi.
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police.
Okay.
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
She's
hasn't actually said it.
authority, she's not wrong.
It was spoken in jest.
Shake her
Glad to
hand.
see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition.
You're on a
but
boat!
she appears
You're on a boat! You seem rich. Can I have... Yeah.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? Look at that
Why
lady.
not?
Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub. Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is possible, so she should be able to give me
Now
money.
look at you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I'm not ashamed. I'm not
But
ashamed.
you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious... Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's
Oh.
any way I may be of assistance, please
Yeah,
don't
hell
hesitate
yeah,
to ask.
volition. Give me that 83%.
Voila.
Yes.
You're doing it.
See, I knew I could ask for money. Can I have some money, ma'am?
How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this.
130 real.
Not too small, not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes.
Hell
and
yes.
hands them to you. The paper. Whoa, whoa. Did you see how easy that was? Ask her for more. Toot toot. Train to money.
Nay, 'twould be dishonorable, and mine honor is my life. I don't want to say that, but I mostly just wanted to be able to pay for the shit I gotta pay for. But fuck
This
it, why
may
not?
seem like odd behavior for a police officer, man, but it's a perfectly common side effect of his unusual medical episode.
It's all right, Lieutenant. I really did bring as little cash with me as possible to avoid attention. So here you are. The last bit of filthy lucre I can share.
One moment. Getting a text here. There we go. Alright, let me see here.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically
You bribed me, alright.
under the
I'm
Emergency
your little
Act, but
peon
still.
now. Yeah,
You're right,
I'm
man.
still getting my
Donations
mind
are
around
permitted
money
under
as a
the Emergency Act,
concept.
and seemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do.
Oh,
Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries?
Anyways, what can you tell me about the
Everything.
strike?
Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Yes.
You mean the Measurehead?
Jean-Luc Measurehead. Let's
Okay.
say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been
No, of
2
course.
prior strikes.
It's
Both
a
times
union.
the
Of course
wanted
this wouldn't be the
significant
first time they go on
concessions,
strike.
including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
What
Mr.
happened to the
Clare told
Skullmark
him
guy?
to- how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Yikes. Can you believe they want to not work 7 days a week? What a fucking concept.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
What are their
It's
demands?
everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Over-aggressive commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Forget it. I want to ask something else about strike.
Then you
I
might
like
say
it.
like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Not hard communist enough for me. Wait,
Personally,
yeah,
I don't
that's
think it has
good.
the same pizazzo as every worker, a member of the board.
What do they mean
It's
exactly
quite
by
simple,
it?
you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what, about anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines, Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead. Long live the worker.
It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start. I'm not
What are you
sure.
gonna do?
Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Scabs at the gate. Did you put them here?
Scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Come on now. Come on.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Like, who are you fooling?
Claire is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Evrart is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
There's two of them?
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Evrart does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. A funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself?
The union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. But they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Debarders are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Evrart and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debarders Union is...
Giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. Definitely don't think that. See, I'm between 1 and 3. Like, at the end of the day, they are still, like, coming together to try and get some shit going for the people that are working as a part of the union. Yeah, that's... See, that's... I like that about the... It's both the thing that I like and dislike about the game, is, like, the game forces you to be decisive in your... Or, decisive and divisive in your, like, dialogue choices. Like, you have to either think that... You have to either, like, identify them as socialist and a threat, or you identify them as socialist but a good thing. Oh god, at the end of the day, I think the union itself is fine.
Why do you think so?
Between Everard, the human leech, and Measurehead, the scene. No, don't want to say that. Sounds like they're all Revachol. I'm all Revachol too. To hell with the rest. No.
Ha! A real man of the left. What else can I tell you about?
Okay. One more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, maybe?
The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Okay.
Of course. How else can I help?
What can you tell me about the lynching?
I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have... And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the...
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this term.
Yeah, remember the whole medical thing?
So, are you
Alcohol-induced amnesia.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement would it be?
Favors for favors. Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along. That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Just offer her a favor. Like I said, nice and dirty.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect to...
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
What is up, my dude?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
I thought it was going
this
well.
Woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Her proposal was likely part of her design. This is all. What do you propose that we don't investigate the drug trafficking? Could just find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, really the only things I could do is either ignore her. But I feel like that's not the right way to move forward with this. What do you propose, that we don't investigate that?
If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union.
Yeah.
That we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea.
Yes. Knowing this does not really change our position. I'm sure you will, Detective.
Okay. Let's get back to her then. Wait, no. I'm trying to look at that. Thank you.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone
Tell
is
me
using
about the drug
terminal weed
trafficking.
to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Aela into Revish.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Okay.
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revishal through the terminal.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the union also produces the product? Sells drugs?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Got
yes,
it.
but you won't get anything out of Evrart and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the
The
road.
lorries, huh?
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the driver. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver...
You'll be indebted to her.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM, no...
Well,
got it.
Here's your chance, officers.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it? I don't feel like that's the case. What proof do you have that the union is
How do you
involved?
think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses
Well, I mean, we
can
talked
scarcely
to
provide for themselves.
Manana, and he said that he's barely able to afford anything either. Let's see. So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman.
Yes?
Yeah, I'll take the case.
It may just
I'll
blow
take
that
the
place wide
case.
open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective.
I'll be back sometime later. I think what I want to do now is I want to go pay the cafeteria manager. Go ahead and go take care of that, and then save for now, and probably call it. This made some good progress for a day. It's starting to get later, so I need to cook food for Bree and I. And we got the movie night tonight, where we're going to be watching Tom and Jerry meet Willy Wonka, which is probably going to be very bad, but, you know, that'll be a fun time in some way or another. But for right now, let's go pay this dude. Might watch that while playing Resident Evil.
Can I help you?
So about the money I owe. I got your money. Slam the bills down. I hope you choke on it. Here.
Great.
Sorry
Thank
for the
you,
trouble.
officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered.
Yeah,
He's not
of course.
sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
Yeah, I'm sure he
It's good you
doesn't.
paid before 9 p.m., or your door would have been locked electronically. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM.
This is where things are gonna start getting
Anything else I
complicated.
can do
I
for
gotta
you?
make money on the reg. No, that's it for right now. So let's
Hey,
this.
so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type. Yes.
What's copo type?
Guess what's yours?
Some kind of weapon
You're
cop.
the sorry cop. The cop
No.
who's sorriest.
No,
Let's make it official.
I'm not the
Shall
sorry cop. I refuse to be the sorry cop.
we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
I'm not
No,
sorry.
you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
I'm
Wow.
not sorry.
Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Not gonna be cast as the sorry cop. If I'm gonna do my job, I'm gonna do my job. What do I want to put a point into? Hand-eye coordination, reaction speed. How about... Let's go with perception. I like putting points into that. I should give that back to her too, actually. That's what I should also do. What exactly is Inland Empire? So, the reason why that one is called Inland Empire is because there was a movie by David Lynch, who, if you're not aware of him, he's done things like Eraserhead, Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, a lot of very cerebral movies that are more about, like, surreal imagery that is about, like, evoking the Twin Peaks guy. That's the thing that everyone knows. Imagery that, like, evokes more feeling than it is about actually telling a story, a, like, coherent story or something like that. So I think what Inland Empire is supposed to be is, like, there are just weird moments where, like, someone will say a, like, innocuous thing to you, and your brain, Inland Empire, like, chimes in and is like, wasn't that weird? This is weird. Here's, like, the weird way that, like, this could branch off in a real surrealist way if you follow that line of thinking. And that's why it, like, kind of falls under the psyche umbrella.
I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Even the lieutenant seems happy.
Now, what else, sweetie?
That is all I got. Okay, so let's go ahead and save it. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the day. Thank y'all, everyone who joined me, for joining me. But yeah, if you're on our Discord, we'll be having the bad movie night. Oh, sorry, Evie. Yeah, I was just about to wrap up for now. But yeah, in about 2 hours, somewhere in that range, we're going to be doing the Bad Film Bunker on the Discord. please join us then if you can to watch Tom and Jerry meet Willy Wonka. For now, though, oh yeah, also we will be back tomorrow starting Donkey Kong Country 2, 2 p.m. PST, 5 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. GMT. Starting that off, and that'll definitely be fun. But for now, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great day, and bye!